Hi everybody, it's me again. It seems that the hockey game doesn't start for another hour, so I thought I would come back in here and do this video tonight rather than tomorrow. So let's get to it. Travel journal, the dimensions are a 9.5, I'd say 9.25 by 6.5 as far as the actual book itself, but you know, the fabric tabs and whatnot extend out further than that, obviously. Just gives you an idea. So let's look at the front. We've got a tag, suitcase tag pocket, stuffed with, we got a sailboat, home is behind the world ahead, some tickets, railroad ticket, a postcard. I just tried to kind of give this a feel of a journal that it looks like the journal went on a vacation already and got filled full of wonderful memories that the travelers would have experienced. We have some sewing. I did lots of sewing, tags and stuff, Route 66. I don't typically put like this type of an idea on the front of my journals, but I just thought the suitcase tag lent itself to a bunch of tickets that would perhaps be tickets that the travelers needed to have on hand. So, and of course a book plate and the word travel. And I used a couple of teal looking pearl, I don't know what you call them. They're flat on one side. I don't know. You know what they are. I don't need to tell you. And in the front here, let's take it out. It's going to probably be a little while, you guys, so grab a coffee. But here is a plastic pocket. I ordered these on Amazon. I just love them because it doesn't cover up the image, which I felt was a really nice image to be for the inside of this travel cover. And then I made some of these journaling cards, sort of round, did some collaging. Just tried to stuff it full of traveling themed ideas. I made these little stacked tags. Lots of tickets that the person that's going to be traveling needs to have on hand. So this is a good place to tuck their tags to keep organized. And these are just little ephemera cards that I cut apart because you never know. It's always nice to have places to jot information down. So yeah, that's the front of the inside cover. So this is the first. There are 3 signatures, hidden spine. So let's see. Here's one signature. So we've got 1, 2, and then 3. So hopefully this won't take too long, but it's hard not to show you everything. This is a map for the cover, of course, a nice map. And I did a bit of a cluster, sewed some ephemera pieces, some burlap and a scrap piece of paper that I have laying around. Made some clusters and a side belly band destination and a cute postcard, journal card. I sewed around it. I'm really loving my sewing machine these days. And this is just a paper cluster for jotting down some special memories and a sticker that says, remember this, and pointing to this side. So lots of room for jotting some fun things down. A little cluster, a pocket, an envelope pocket, and some more tags and a key. This is just a cute little postcard envelope, and I just took a little brown off-cut piece of brown paper bag and added the best day ever and a couple of traveling ephemera pieces, mementos if you will. Tucks away nicely in here. And like I said, I left a lot of space for journaling, and this is the same material I used on the spine, but I just couldn't help myself. Some of these big poofy tabs I was inspired to do by Raven Winged. I recently showed you a journal I bought of hers, and I just loved. I do like tabs. I've always done tabs, but this is just, to me, tabs on steroids, which I just fell in love with. So this is just a little nickel envelope in a suitcase tag, various papers, my copy dyed music sheet, some fabric tab, another map, pocket trip details, and another homemade journaling card made out of scraps, as you can see. Explore, sticker explore, and some sewing around. I like to leave the thread loose as well. And this is, by the way, these dividers are, I would say, older dividers that I remember using in my school or in my grade era, etc. So I thought they're nice and sturdy, so that just became an element of a page element in my journal. So this is, I've showed you a tutorial on what to do with old envelopes, used envelopes, and this is one. And I made it into a collaged tag holder. And I used the bicycle tag just because it has something to do with traveling. It's a way of getting around. Tucks in nicely, and then up top is a Central Lines train ticket. I sewed around just for some extra. Here's a little top tab cluster. And some fun ticket clusters with the word discover, field notes, some tags, postcard. Maybe the person traveling is just sending away postcards or received some. So these are also ephemera pieces. If I may keep this, I may sell it. It depends. But if I do sell it, these journaling ephemera pieces can be used for other journals that you might create on your own as well. So I kind of stuffed it full for the option of that. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but I mentioned I broke a lamp, my canvas shade lamp, and I said I would use the canvas from it. It took me forever to peel pieces off the back, but so I ended up using them for tabs because I'd already constructed my cover. I couldn't use it for a cover, but they make nice fabric tabs, I think, anyways. Like I said, lots of room for journaling. Here's there's part of the canvas shade. Made it into a little cluster. Did some stamping. Just love it. Just love embellishing page edges like this. So much fun. Music sheet, a little bit of washi. So lots of room to do your journaling, or mine, depending. This is just a little, I don't know. When there's scraps in front of you, you just start creating and adding them to your pages. So this here is a fun ticket cluster backed onto some brown paper, and I sewed around it, threw in some fabric, some music page, old music paper. Some of this here is from my friend Alice. She gave me the gal that sent me the whale tail punch. I used some of her pieces that she sent along. So here we have so here, I'll show you something quickly. Well, I had a huge book of maps. So this was a 12 by 12 book. I cut down some of the pages and I made some map pockets you'll see throughout the journal. But this is basically just the map folded up and kind of made into a side pocket, little extra pocket, and I made a little cluster of tickets here, tucked away in there like that. And a postcard sewn, just sticks nicely in there like this. I didn't want to enclose all sides because I kind of like the idea sometimes of leaving your pockets open. Collect moments, not things, which isn't that true? It's a good sentiment to adhere to. And that I added this actually last minute, but this is a ticket cluster here backed onto some, you can't really see it, but so here is a map scrap I took and I backed it onto a piece of, I believe it was maybe even junk mail. I cut it down. glued on some a piece of the map, and then I put some other printable on the back of it, and I just glued it, and it became part of the tab garden, if you will. Added some tickets and some fabric. So much fun. Okay, so that's the end of signature 1. Signature 2. Making sure I'm in camera here. So here we have also another conglomeration. This was a big sheet of paper I cut down, made it into, as you can see here, it's the same printable as the background to the inside cover, but I cut it to size, and then I glued it down. So the back is glued down to the top, front of the signature. Then I took a tag, layered the tag, and just kind of made some room for some fun ticket clusters. And I made some sort of a cluster of some lace and some luggage and a music sheet backed onto some blue scrap pages. And then I just made another ticket cluster of just some tickets. And obviously you can see I'm really into my sewing machine. And this is just a cute map. Made it into a Central Vermont RR line, so it'll be something to do with train, maybe a train route. But that's, I thought, was kind of cute and very fitting to a travel themed. This is a tag I made into just a cluster of things, just to, I don't know, just bring some color together. And I added a little side ticket here, love this place, and I left the top for some tickets. And this is some stamps. Maybe the lady or the husband or the people traveling want to make sure you have your stamps to send to your loved ones to let them know you're fine. Leaving on a jet plane. There's just another cluster of, it's a very touchy-feely journal. Tactile it is for sure. So we got some burlap and some brown paper bag strip. I just did some stamping. There's some muslin underneath. And this is another pocket I made out of old dictionary pages. And I made some room for journaling in a little pocket stuffed with some tickets and whatnot. This journal suggests that whoever is doing the traveling has a lot of plans, because they've got tickets to all kinds of fun things. Burlap tab. Adventure awaits, the journey. So yeah, look at all that room to write. This is just some offcuts of one of the map sheets decided to use for the side of the page, and a map tab here. Just used some brown bags, did a little bit of collaging there. And here's another one of those letter envelopes that I make. And inside this one, we have an old-fashioned car backed onto brown paper bag, and I had to extend the bottom just so that I wanted the car to show in this window frame, so I had to build the bottom of the tag a bit. But that makes a nice journaling spot as well. Fits in there. See, I wanted the tag to stop right there. So these are fun, and I do have a tutorial on these as well if anyone's interested and hasn't seen it yet. And this here is, oh, I took it out accidentally there. So this is just a tag made out of, I don't know, brown paper bag. Oh, I know, I used some of the map page. I don't let anything go to waste. So I made a little pocket for some extra tickets, and I folded the page down, the top of the, oh, this is a coin envelope. Yeah, a coin envelope. I put the flap down, I covered it all, did a little cluster tab here, and it holds some tickets. That's what it is, an old coin envelope. So that's, and of course, another spot for journaling. Put down the map and get lost. Another good advice, more good advice. A nice sturdy, another one of these file folder dividers. Okay, so this is a little pocket I made out of the more map pages. So you can see here's a pocket, and here is a pocket. I just stacked, cut them to shape, and I made a little pocket stack. And here is a tag and another one of those tags. Aren't these cool? I just love it. Another key and some stamping. And on this side, this was funny. I wanted to do a top, this side, the top corner pocket, but I cut the shapes wrong. I didn't want them to be on this corner. So instead of chucking these pieces, I was playing with them and I realized it made a banner. So, and then I took a postcard, inked it up, added a little green tag, and so this is where this postcard tucks. So I thought that was kind of fun. An accidental creation there. Here's some fabric tab, nice thicker paper, and there's some more of that lampshade canvas. Nice tab, page tab, some collaging. And this is, oh yeah, so this is basically just a half of a sheet folded up and over, and I made some pockets, and these are maps. And put a little spot for journaling. So it's just basically just a homemade paper pocket, if you will. I did quite a bit of my own ephemera in this journal. And more pages, music page. More fabric tabs. This is just that fun burlap. Little getaway cluster. And this is, let's see, this is another pocket I made. I'll take these out so you can see it. So it was a sheet of paper, and I just cut it down, glued on top of one another, and then I made this pocket. You've seen these. These are, lots of people make them. And so inside we've got a ticket that says adventure and travel. And here is a cute, like a stamp postcard with an airplane. I don't remember how I had this actually. Oh, and one goes behind there. So we got one there, one here, pocket here. So this is a cute tag, airplanes. I think I know what I did here. And this little journaling card goes right there. So that's kind of cute, I thought. And this is a cute, there's the lampshade. Nice, makes a nice page tab. Now this is an envelope that came in, I believe, I can't remember which mail of goodies that I received and from who, but this was one of the envelopes. So I did my own stamping on it. It was just plain. And I added another ticket or a tab cluster and another key. So this is maybe just a ticket that the person needs on one of their journeys, places of destination. They don't want to lose it, so it goes in here and sits like that. So you can see it's jam-packed. Here's one of, here's an envelope I made. Oops, let's see, get it off there. Of with using one of the map pages, just folded it down, made an envelope, and inside is just a postcard tag and a little New York ticket. Now this one is on. Oh, this here I wanted to. Oh yeah, no, not this one. Anyway, this is a cluster of tags and whatnot. And everything's glued down, so nothing comes out, but there's a little Athens ticket and a couple, obviously. Maybe this is the couple that's doing the traveling. Let's just go with that. And I just sort of made a cluster of tags and stuff and backed it onto a map. a map paper. So let's see how I did this. First I'll clip this side. When you have a stuffed chunky monkey, it takes a little bit just to get the pieces on and off. Sorry guys, hopefully you're not too bored. Here's some more pages, snapshot, and some camera stamp. And here's some material like fabric of some ribbon cluster page tab. This is just some stamping, cluster, light script stamping. This one I made this afternoon. It evolved, but so basically I tried to incorporate some of the pages of, so here is a page that's an actual sewn into the journal. It's like a really cool texture paper. I don't even know what you call it, but I ended up making it into a pocket, and I used some of this, piece of this that I received from Raven Winged when I bought her Thumper journal. She added this as one of the extra little goodies. So I cut a piece out that referenced travel. I don't know if you can see that. But I also cut a piece of my canvas lampshade, because this is a stamp, of course, and I just needed to use that little chunk somewhere, and I thought it was perfect. It's a little hidden flap that hides the word travel, which is all about travel, this whole page here. So that was fitting. And this is from Alice, my darling friend from the East. She's Canadian as well. She's the gal that sent me the whale tail. This is one of her creations. Isn't it adorable? Anyhow, look at this, Alice. It fits perfectly in this journal. So thank you again. And here's a flip out sheet, highlight and soak up the sun. Are we there yet? And a little cluster. This doesn't come out or anything. I sewed it all in there. And this is also sewn in. Oh, this actually becomes a tuck spot. But it's just, yeah, sewed it up with a little piece of fabric for a tab. And I think this is another just folded up piece of paper. Added some traveling theme tags, made a couple pockets, and here's some more maps. Bon voyage, memories, the journey, and go discover. So that's kind of a fun cluster of paper. All right, so here's another one of my folded up map envelopes. I made all kinds, and inside we have just an old card. It says road trip. I did some sewing around it. And this is a little card I sewed around as well, and I added a whale tail. And it says, though we travel the world over to find the beautiful, we must carry it with us or we find it not. I thought that was kind of really fitting too. That goes behind. Let's see what I did here. So there, another pocket, tag cluster. So there's lots of tickets. That must mean this person's going on quite a vacation. It's hard not to be envious, considering we've all been cooped up. That might be part of why I was inspired to just explode this journal into so many wonderful things that pop out. And because we've just been so cooped up, and the idea of travel, oh, isn't it exciting, the thought? Now this I want to point out. So remember I said don't throw out your junk mail? It's kind of funny what I did with this, but it was just, the shape of it is how it came, but it was cleaning supplies junk mail. So I covered it up with paper, map themed paper, of course, and I kept the I guess the shape of it, and I just made it into a travel themed cluster. The only mistake I made is, so before when I finished this and then I added this at the end, obviously I shouldn't have, because this tag doesn't come out, it's stuck. But it's kind of cool because it's see-through. So you can see that it's, you know, Route 66, and there's Paris and a stamp. So it's not for waste, but it was a little boo-boo. And then I took this little envelope and I sewed around it, and it's a nice place to keep the envelope. The destination. And then I just took some twine and I wrap it around, so it just becomes a nice element in this journal. And then this is a little ticket cluster with a little fun ephemera stack thing, Route 66. So it goes there, and it clips on with this bulldog clip. And this was fun as well. This is obviously a ticket cluster with some of my materials that I tried to use throughout. I just did some sewing, so it makes a fun, loud page tab. Like I said, it's like exploding with tabs and fabric pieces and whatnot. And here's a really nice postcard that came in one of my, I can't remember from who, I apologize, but it's Tampa International Jetport, it's called. But it's old, you can tell. It's a nice thick postcard. They don't make them like that anymore. Here's just a page cluster of that burlap, and I used some washi. I glued the washi down, but it's travel themed washi. And then there's this envelope. I just added a little front, and then I put in here just a nice journaling page. It's part of a map. So yeah, that was fun. And then I clip it on with this bulldog clip. We're getting to near the end here. Another envelope, map envelope. Well, one piece of paper goes a long way. And here's another journaling card. Auto and rival bicycles. Oops, daisy. Sometimes I wonder what I did before I found this junk journaling world. I guess I was busy with kids at home and otherwise, but so here's a nice ticket cluster as well. And some of the fabric. Washi, nice place for journaling. And that's the last of the signatures. So inside the back cover, we have, look at this beautiful printable. I wish I could remember where I think I got it off Pinterest. But here's another one of those pockets. Aren't they awesome? And they fit, they're good size too. They fit quite a bit. Okay, one last look at the last bit here. So this is one of those envelopes I made for my letter envelopes. And inside this one, I love this tag. So a bunch of luggage and a ticket. I just think that's a lovely tag. And it looks really nice inside the envelope. So that's fitting, I felt. It fits in there just perfectly, and it blends in lovely. And here's another map envelope. Wow, I just stuffed this up. A little postcard with a little bit of stitching there. So that goes in there. And then some more tags. Cluster, New York City cluster tags. And another one of those tags that I add this luggage onto. So Probably could have sewn around those, but I didn't get to it. Let's put that in first. So as you can see, everybody, it's pretty stuffed, pretty chunky, but it was a lot of fun to do. I love this paper. It's chipboard, the cover, so it's nice and sturdy. Yeah, so there's lots of fun in here. Lots of good time was had. So yeah, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to sell it. I'm always willing to, but I don't make my journals to always sell. So if anybody is interested in this, you're more than welcome to let me know. I'm gonna pop my email down at the bottom of this video. If anyone's interested, just give me a shout out. Otherwise, I'm just really appreciative that you stopped by. It does come with a nice black sari tie. I just didn't have it on for the video. So yeah, thank you for watching. Like I said, it was fun. It's chunky, and it's just exploded with excitement to travel. And I'm sure everybody's in that mode now that I think we can start traveling soon. According to the COVID restrictions, I think it's all being lifted, but we'll wait and see. So I just sort of lived vicariously through this creation here. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon.